Hey guys, so today we're going to go over setting the Z, G54, and X on the Haas SL20 lathe. So before we do that, we're going to look at our part, which is right here. And this is what we're going to put in. We've got some tools lined up, and we're going to pick these calipers, and before we put it inside the machine, we're going to do a little bit of prep work and measure the outside diameter. So if you can see that, that's 2.88 just about. Yeah, 2.88 right on the nose. So we're going to take our part, open up the door. Now to put a part in, make sure that your fingers, you know where they all are, and they're not anywhere close to the jaws. So, we're going to put it in, make sure that your fingers are clear from the jaws, and then with your foot, right here on this panel right here, on this lever, press down, and it's going to clamp on. And I'll do that again so you can see it. So we're going to clamp down, and then whenever I clamp again, it'll close. And that's how you hold it. So now, we're going to close the door, and we're going to go to our offset page, which is right here, display, right in the middle. Click it once, and that pulls up our tool geometry. And this way we can double check what tool is selected. So right now we're on number 1. But we're in the X column. We want to go to the Z. So we go down to these cursor buttons right here. Up, down, left, right. And we're going to the right one. Right there, just to Z. So now we've got it selected where we want. And now we're going to go to handle jog so we can move the tool closer to the part. So handle jog. I'm going to go 0.01. 10 thousandths per click in the Z negative direction to the left, and that wheel, every tick on here, whenever we move it, it's going to move 10 thousandths. So we're going to go to the left, negative, and it's moving. I'm just going to get it close and make sure. And whenever you do this, if you have any long tools in the back, they're not going to touch, they're not going to crash into the back of the machine. So we're going to keep moving, just going slow, make sure nothing crashes. Just need to get it close. And then we're going to go down to the X dimension, right here. We were on Z, now we're going to go X, negative. Still down, negative, going to the left, still 10 thousandths per click, and that'll move it down. Just get it close to where it's in line, making sure that your tools don't hit. We're going to go Z one more time. And we'll go down just a hair. Now we're going to go back to Z, but this time we're going to slow it down just a little bit. We're going to go to the 1 thousandths per click. We were at 10, now we're going to 1 thou, 0.001. Same direction and everything. So now we're going to grab our trusty piece of paper, and we're going to put it right where the tool is going to touch on the face. And we're going to move it 1 thou every click. Make sure that you move the paper so that it will grab it. And just go slow. You're in no rush. And whenever it snags it, right about there. So it's holding the paper now. And we're on Tool 1, Tool Geometry Z, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to go down to Z, face measure, right here under F4. And whenever I click that, it's going to change. You see it? Good. Now without moving the tool, we're going to click offset again, because offset has several different menus. Offset one more time. And it changed to the work offset page. This is where your G54 is. We're going to be doing your work offset. So using the cursors like we said before, the cursor keys up, down, left, right. We're going to go down one and over to the right to the G54 Z column. That's where we want. And same button, Z face measure. And whenever I hit that, it's going to change. It's going to go back to 0. Just like that. So now that we've got our Z and our G54, now we're going to set X. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull our tool away just a little bit. So we're still in hand jog, 1 thou. We're going to go Z positive and going to the right, 1 thou per click. Just so you can grab the paper, give a little bit of clearance. Now we want to go to the top, and this is where our setup came in before. So we want it to go to our outside diameter, which is what we measured at the beginning of the video. So we're going to move it to there. First we got to go up, X positive, and every click of the handle goes 1 thou. That we're above. You see it, we've got some space. We're going to go to the left, Z negative, just so the tip is over. We're going to go X negative, and this is where we bring our paper back in. And just go slow. You're not in any huge rush, just until it snags the paper. Make sure the paper is always moving though, because if you just have it still, you don't really know when it's going to grab exactly. So it's good to keep it moving. And just go slow. And it's getting close. Right there. They grab the paper, so we're good. So now we're going to go back to our offset page. So offset has a few different menus, so I'm going to hit offset one more time. And we're still in the work offset page. If I hit it one more time, it'll go to tool wear, which that's not what we want, that's something else. So we hit it one more time, back to tool geometry. And what do you know, we're exactly where we need to be. Tool number 1, X column. So now I hit X diameter measure right here under F1. And whenever I press that, it's going to give me a little option page right here that says enter diameter, and it's got a number, and it'll save the last number that you put in. So we're going to go, we don't want that number because that's not what we got, so we're going to go cancel right here on this number pad down here, and it's just like backspace. Back 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to put what we got, which if you remember was 2.88. And now we're going to hit right enter, which is right here on the keypad. It'll enter in our number. And whenever we hit that, it'll change this X number right here. So I'm going to hit it, and there. So now we've done all what we've accomplished to do. We wanted Z, we wanted G54, and we wanted X. So now that we've got all those, we're going to send the turret home. So to do that, we're going to clear the part first. If we go back to hand jog, 10 thousandths, 0.01, in the X dimension. And if you're ever confused of where you are, it'll tell you right here at the bottom in sort of yellow print what you're doing. Jogging, X-axis, handle, 0.01. Which is exactly what we want. So we're going to go to a positive, which will bring us up. So we can grab our paper. Put that back. And now we want to go this way, because just as we were watching as the tools weren't going to hit the back, we don't want them to hit the spindle whenever we send it home. Otherwise it could crash if we have long tools, it's always a good practice to clear the tools first before you send them home. So I'm going to go Z positive, and we're still in 10,000s, so we're just going to jog it over until your longest tool is no longer in line with the part. It's right about there, if you can tell. The tools are no longer in line with the face of the part, which means that you've got plenty of room. So I'm going to close the door, and then I'm going to go 0 return. That's another mode just like hand jog. It's right under hand jog. And then home G28 is going to send the turret home. So if we do that, just watch it, and it'll go home. So that's the basics of fitting the tools, Z, G54, and X. I hope this was a great help to you guys, and see you in the next one.